Alright, Atlanta, so today we are showcasing the newest Brave Battle character in the game, that being the newly released power version of ISSHIN. Today we showcase Tensei Zangetsu, recommend you guys check it out, very powerful character, definitely a must-have. Whether that's now or sometime in the future, he's a great asset to have in the game. We also showcased the new and renewed Quincy Ichigo the other day. Again, one of the better characters in the game. All three characters in this banner have been quite frankly amazing, and we're here to showcase that in this video with this new ISSHIN. Now, ISSHIN, we're only going to really focus in the Brave Battle game mode. He is, after all, a Brave Battle character. One of the better in the game, in my opinion. And he is Keller's answer to the current SP meta that we have been seeing rise over the last year. Keep in mind, though, ISSHIN can be used outside of Brave Battle. Since he was given Guard Break, he definitely has some usage in PvE content. However, you're pretty much never really going to take him in that type of content. Like, sure, he can be used there, but you're not going to. There's no reason to. So because of that, I'm not really going to waste your time here showcasing him in PvE. We're mainly going to focus on where he should be used in Brave Battles. And quick TLDW of this particular character, he is a counter to the current SP meta, as he does have a skill that wasn't given out for the last 2 years, that being Brave Battle Invincibility, where the first 10 seconds he is going to be taking no damage unless he goes against a character that has Ignore Brave Battle Invincibility. Now this skill in and of itself isn't anything super amazing anymore. There's many characters in the meta that have Ignore Brave Battle Invincibility. He himself has it, but the reason why this is actually very strong in the current meta is because we have a lot of SP characters being used. So he's going to be a great character just to guarantee to win against an SP character because they just do no damage to him. And this isn't really anything too new. Yamamoto, Drugum, and also Tsukishima have all been great characters to go against SP characters. But the difference here is that ISSHIN can do that while also being really good against the non-SP characters. Like, for example, Yamamoto, Kenpachi, and also Kuriyashiki. Him having killer against them while they don't have killer against him because he is not a captain is going to be pretty strong. And to do that, we're going to be showcasing him in 3 different teams. Team number 1 is ISSHIN, Aizen, and also Yuha. This probably is going to be my go-to team for the foreseeable future. Team number 2 is going to be your usual triple flurry Brave Battle team. And team number 3 is going to be ISSHIN by himself, because why not? So the reason why I really like this team is because 1, ISSHIN is going to be our character that's going to be put against SP characters. This is the build that we have on him. He has dodge and also pierce barrier as bonus abilities. Aizen is going to be our character that basically destroys any non-invincible character and essentially turns a 3v3 into a 3v1. To do that, we've given him this build with Start Barrier and also Pierce Barrier. And then our third character, Yuha, the best Brave Battle character in the game, pretty much should be on almost every team here. He's going to be the team booster, giving us those 43% extra stats, attack, focus, and defense, and also just being really good against any, captain character. This lad here is going to be a great example team to go against. What we're going to do here is put ISSHIN against their Aizen, pretty much guarantees we don't die to the Aizen. Our Aizen is going to be able to destroy their Yuha, but also at the same time take down their Aizen because our ISSHIN being at the front is going to interrupt their Aizen, and that essentially makes it a 3v1 where we're easily going to be able to clean up this particular Kuriyashiki. Keep in mind, this is actually a pretty good team. It has a max transcended Aizen, a max transcended Yuha, and also a max transcended Kuriyashiki. Our team has a max transcended Aizen, a 1 out of 5 Yuha, and a 1 out of 5 ISSHIN. So let's see how the team plays out. I'm pretty confident the Aizen is probably shouldn't be able to kill anyone. It was able to hit the Yuha, but we were still able to basically interrupt him, so we didn't do much damage. And with that, our Aizen was able to take down their Aizen. And we made quick work of a pretty powerful Brave Battle team, all max transcended. And again, it was mainly due to our Aizen, but also having ISSHIN as that guaranteed support to go against SP characters. Usually a team like this, I would avoid SP characters because I don't want to deal with that. But in ISSHIN's case, it does allow us to go against that extra team, any of those teams that do include an invincible character. Next up, then, we're going to go against Killer. I want to see how this team does perform with Aizen on the side now because he's more so far back. Will he be able to catch off my team? I'm not entirely sure, but let's try it. Their Yuha and also Kuriyashiki is pretty much guaranteed to be dead. And I think only Aizen would be left last. Yeah, he's left last. Our Yuha did die, so you can see that there. But then again, our ISSHIN was basically just invincible, right? He'd taken no damage for the first 10 seconds. And even if somehow their Aizen was able to kill my Aizen and even my Yuha, he has no way to take down ISSHIN because ISSHIN is invincible. So yeah, I'm really liking this team. Being able to go against SP characters, teams that I would usually avoid, is actually quite funny. It allows me to actually get into battles more so quicker. Because the way the Brave Battle meta has been going for the most part is that there's no best team. Ideally, you kind of change up your team every now and then, depending on the opponent you're going against. And sometimes, depending on the team that you are using, you have to be a tad bit picky. And in a way, a good team is a team that can find their opponent quickly so you can spend all your tickets. A team like this has a lot of teams that they can easily counter, and I'm kind of liking it. Again, it's looking to be my most used team for the foreseeable future. Unfortunately, the Nelio Bandits want to go against this team. Very unfortunate. And Pesce's throwing it back. Yeah. We have another team where we have Aizen in the middle, so you know the Joe, ISSHIN in the front, and we should be able to get an easy win. This is a max transcended Aizen. Okay, let's see how it goes. So yeah, we're just gonna... Oh, hold on. Interesting. So we actually got caught off guard there. Their Aizen was able to actually kill my Aizen, but even having said that, ISSHIN was still able to pull through, take down their Aizen, and also, funny enough, deal with their Yuha. Next up, though, we're going to be using this particular team, and whether we win or lose really isn't important here. We're more so focused to see on how a 1 out of 5 ISSHIN is going to be able to deal against a almost max transcended Kuriyashiki. If we lose the battle here but still win the fight, I'm still going to be pretty impressed. But it shouldn't be that bad. We do have attribute and cure advantage against that Kuriyashiki, so we should be able to make quick work of him. Let's find out. Especially if we can actually lacerate. That'd be pretty cool. So yeah, we are definitely a very, very good counter to go against Kuriyashiki. That really shouldn't come as a surprise, but we were actually able to win that game. Not too bad. I rarely ever use teams like this anymore because I just love to throw an SP character onto the team. It's more fun that way, but this team should be quite consistent. Switching back to our SP team, I want to see if we can try and beat this particular team. They do have Kenpachi in the front, which is actually a pretty good character for this current meta. Kenpachi actually having poise allows him to make it so we can't be interrupted. So I have no idea if we're going to be able to win this, but let's try it. Again, no idea how this is going to go. It really comes down to if our Aizen can kill... Yeah, he can't. He can't. Kenny's good. Kenny's good. But we are able to take down the Kenpachi. Are we able to go against Sajin? We almost did, to be fair. We almost did. I'm not sure what the build was on that Sergeant, but we were able to do some respectable damage against him. And now Yuha, getting stronger as the game does go on, was able to actually take down the Chad and also finish with the Sergeant. So that wasn't too bad. So while ISSHIN does make for a good character to go against SP characters, be wary of those that have poise because they aren't going to get interrupted. For switching over to team number 3, we have ISSHIN by himself. Let's just get a quick free W here. This probably isn't really like the best team to use in the current meta. It might be able to win against some people, but in this case, we're just going to be able to slowly but surely chip away at these particular characters because they are SP based. That was a very long game, I'm not going to lie. Triple SP characters do actually work in the current meta. I'm not sure if that was the best team to use, but if for some reason you ever do come across a triple SP team, you can just take out this ISSHIN and it's pretty much a guaranteed W. But what's also a guaranteed dub is this Nelly L team right here. And somehow there were 2 Don Chuckers. This next game isn't going to be a demonstration of ISSHIN's strengths, but you know what? I found a one-man Arskin, so I just wanted to go for it. It's very rare you get to do 1v1s in Brave Battles. For our next team, we're going against a traditional Brave Battle team here. I'm pretty confident we can win. Yeah, you know, our Aizen is going to be able to make quick work of their Yuha and also Sajin. But I wanted to see how ISSHIN performed against the Kenpachi, and I think he did pretty decent there, to be fair. Granted, we did have the advantage there, but that was a pretty well-built team. They had the stat advantage, but we were still able to take on the W. In this case, though, we found another ISSHIN, so let's put Aizen on the side so we can still do his damage. Pretty much take down the Yuha. Only going against one opponent there, but our ISSHIN was able to beat their ISSHIN, funny enough, and we were able to get the win. Probably not the smartest choice to do, especially for Aizen in this case, because the whole point of Aizen is to take down 2 opponents, and with a team like that, Aizen was only taking down 1 person, so it really wasn't the smartest thing to do, but we were still able to win there, so it's not too bad. Next up, though, we have a pretty powerful team here. The hope is that Aizen can make quick work of Yuha and then go to their Sergeant, because their Sergeant is max transcended, and in a normal situation, he would kill my Yuha there. Yuha was only 1 out of 5, but because we had Aizen on the team, we were able to kill Sergeant before he was able to even damage our Yuha. That was actually a pretty good team, but again, teams like that are just super prone to Aizen. This is an ISSHIN showcase, don't get me wrong, and we are kind of demonstrating Aizen a lot here. But ISSHIN, I think, is the character that isn't really supposed to be like the main part of a team. He's like a nice supporting role to allow your team to go against teams that you wouldn't usually go against. In this case, we found the 2 lads that we already beat, so we're not going to go against them again. But I do want to try out this one. So in this case, the Aizen is going to take down the Kenpachi and also Yuha, and that's going to allow our ISSHIN to have some time to go against that particular Yamamoto and make quick work of him. And he made quick work of him. Granted that Yamamoto was only T15, it wasn't really the best built one there. But in a normal situation, even if the Yamamoto does have the stat advantage, ISSHIN would win. Higher damage output, better killer effects. There's pretty much no situation where a Yamamoto would out DPS or outkill an ISSHIN. We are now going against a SP team, though. This is actually a pretty good team. We'll see how it goes. I have no idea. The ISSHIN... Oh, hold on. Hold on. Let's just see how this one plays out. I don't want to say anything. ISSHIN, you mad lad. ISSHIN, you mad lad. So that was a team. If we didn't have ISSHIN, we would have lost. The Ichigo was able to proc the stats summon, paralyze someone there. I'm not sure who he did paralyze. I'm pretty sure it was Yuha. And our ISSHIN, who normally is our main DPS character, he didn't kill the 7th anniversary Ichigo. And had we not had an invincible character there, Uryu would have killed that lane. But ISSHIN was our saving grace there, and again, that's like the best way to look at this character. As I already mentioned, he's kind of like a side piece to make a team better, and he allows this team, which traditionally doesn't go against SP teams, to be good against SP teams. In a normal situation, we would have lost that, but ISSHIN carried us to that victory. We are now going against a 6th anniversary Aizen, and let's see who actually wins here between their Aizen and my Aizen. So their Aizen did win. Fair enough, but it's fine because our ISSHIN is going to be able to take down their Aizen. There he goes. It's now a 1v3, but look at that. Look at that. Their Chad wasn't able to do anything to us because we were invincible. And while Drugum is the character that also has 10-second invincibility, he himself does not go for invincibility while our ISSHIN does, so we were able to actually win that team despite them having the advantage there of their Aizen taking out my Aizen. So when we see a 6th anniversary Aizen at the front, you know we're going to be going against here. ISSHIN, take him down. There we go. Absolutely lovely. And look at that. That was a triple max transcender team, and they were barely able to do any damage to us. And for our last game, we're going back to the triple flurry team here. In this case, what's going to happen here is that we're going to activate the boost, which we did, and now we debuff them. So now they have like almost no stats, right? Our Yuha went down, so they have the advantage here of being, you know, a 3v2 for the most part, but was still able to win. So it's actually a pretty decent team. Like I already mentioned, Yuha was there to boost us. So even though he died there, it really didn't matter because he did his job. ISSHIN was guaranteed to win against the Aizen, and our skin was able to debuff them, remove their buff, lower their stats, and that allowed us to still win the fight despite us being at a 2v3 situation. So overall, lads, that was the showcase. But overall, lads, that was basically the showcase for today, trying out the newest Brave Battle ISSHIN. Really like the way they designed this character, being a counter to the current captain meta, while he himself is not a captain, but also most importantly, he is a counter to SP characters. It makes sense, SP characters have been kind of running unchecked for a while now. So having a counter for that is actually pretty decent, especially because he's a premium character. That's the great thing about him too, is that it's another great premium character designed for Brave Battles. The only other recent example being Oko, and before that, it was years. Most Brave Battle characters are limited, so having another premium option is great to use in this current meta, and he is a great fit-in for any team. He pretty much guarantees the win against any SP character, so he already has his place in the meta. I don't think he's like a super dominant character. You don't need to have him on your team, but he's great to have. But yeah, definitely great enough to be used and definitely good enough to be on my main team. The team I showcased today is pretty much the team that I'm going to be sticking to for quite a while. But with that said, hope you guys enjoyed the video. In the comments below, let me know how you guys feel about this ISSHIN, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care and peace.